one of the things we were trying, we're trying to dig down deeper into the Qterra pools of profitability, but
Sure.
the company makes that quite difficult to do. I mean, I guess in our mind, what we really would like to try and find is a pie chart saying, 20% of profits come from body shaping, 25%
Sure.
come from hair removal. Do you have an idea or a feel of how that pie chart would look for Qterra?
Yeah, so I mean, for sure, now with the sort of the market trending to non-invasive body contouring, I have to imagine that True Sculpt for them is, I mean, it's definitely a focus, and obviously every company is moving to this razor blade model because they know Wall Street loves that, right? There's before cool sculpting came around, really everyone was just a capital sale. So the first day of the quarter, first day of the year, you're at zero. There's no trailing revenue. There's no base business to call on, and that's why Cynosure moved into that disposable model with Sculpture, having a consumable, and Qterra knows that in order for them to continue to gain traction, and obviously Wall Street and investors love having that trailing revenue. So I know for a little while Pico was a focus of theirs, but that market has gotten very crowded. Qterra's their cost of goods is significant. I mean, they make expensive products for the most part, so they do have to continue to charge a premium unless they can continue to make money on service and on consumables. But they are definitely out there spending.
Sorry to interrupt, because I just want to make sure we make good use of your time. I mean, the way that we're thinking about the different pools of market exposure is body shaping, face skin rejuvenation, hair removal, vascular, tattoo, and then more latterly is the vaginal rejuvenation, which are the products that they offer. Obviously, these different pockets are growing at different rates. So do you have any idea of like the current, when you say that they are focused, is that 20% of profits, 50% of profits?
Yeah, I mean, that would be hard to say because obviously, like you can go digging for that information, and it's always going to be a little bit cloudy because they don't. I think they would love the perception to be that it's more well-rounded. I would say, if anything, I guarantee that 50 or 60% of their business is coming from their existing customers. I mean, that's how it was at Cynosure as well. So if you think about, they come out with a new product, they know that more than half of the business is going to be installing it to people that are legacy Qterra accounts. And so those people already have, tattoos and pigment and vascular because, pigment and vascular were kind of Qterra's, that was their main stable of products. And so as they enter new products, whatever it is, one of their accounts are going to take advantage of whatever that new product is. And so, I don't know if that helps you out at all, but no matter what the new product.
That was actually one of the questions we wanted to ask you, is to try and get a better idea that when a new product comes out, how if we look at, and I assume that the same is true for Cynosure as it is for Qterra, but let's say when a new product comes out, how much of the growth comes from selling to the existing base versus new customers?
I would say in most cases it's 50-50. You can pretty much count on half of the products being sold to your install base. And I think that goes across the board, and that's why companies that have been around a little bit longer with larger install bases, seem to have much more successful product launches because there's that trust there. And then the other 50% would be either people brand new getting into aesthetics or people that are in aesthetics that don't currently carry, your product.
Gotcha. And would a beautician sell a Cynosure hair removal product and a Qterra body sculpting product and a Zeltic something else? Would these people have? They would. So
Absolutely.
They would.
There's very few accounts today that are loyal to one company. They actually, most of the doctors and estheticians and they prefer to have kind of a portfolio of multiple companies. That didn't used to be the case. There's very little loyalty out there in the world of the aesthetic consumer.